Hi everybody, it's Alicia from Adventures of Stitching, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. It's Thanksgiving week for all of my fellow Americans. Happy Thanksgiving, and I hope that you have a wonderful holiday with your loved ones. I, for one, am going to be looking forward to pumpkin pie. It will be made by yours truly this year, so hopefully it's good. It's been a month since my last Flosstube, and I am here on time. I am so proud. So I have several projects to show, which I actually pulled them all out of bags ahead of time, so they're just there ready in order. I'm so organized, but you know, whenever I say I'm so organized, there's going to be something that I did not write down, and we're just going to roll with it. So trying to think. I'll do life at the end. There's not much. So the first project I want to share is my the Grand Library Supersized Max Color. Artist is Amy Stewart from Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is a restart for me. If you want the backstory, go to my last Flosstube. That's where I share that in full. I made 1%, you guys. 1.00%. So there it is. I've put, I believe, since my last Flosstube, I've put 1,528 stitches in, if my calculations are correct. So I'm happy with that because in a month, 1,500 on this is pretty good. I do want this to be more of a focus, so we'll hopefully stick with that. I'm not good at sticking with things though, so we'll see. That is on 32 count, and I do 1/1 tent stitch with CXC threads, and I love it. I love it to the point that I want 5 new starts just so that I can stitch different designs on 32 count. So I blame you, Sarah, from Peace, Love, and Stitches. You totally get the credit for that, but I know other people do it. It's just, she's the one that pulled me in that direction, and I just took that bold leap to try 32 count. I knew if it didn't work, I could always use the fabric for another design where I could go over 2 to make it a 16 count, but we're fine. We're good now. This is going to be a really happy project for me because I finally hit that happy place. So next is the Red Panda, Mini Red Panda by Sheena Pike from Heaven and Earth Designs. I started this with Angie from Angie Slowly Crafts, and this was a November Wheel of Stitches goal that Carla picked from Stitch Me Sane. She's on Flosstube and Instagram. I spun 2,000 stitches, so this made great progress this month, and I just hit my goal the other day. So I put in 2,004 stitches, which got me to 6.37%, and here it is. I did all of this black. Oh yeah, and I'm holding it right side up this time. So we're good. So this is, I'm working over into her head. So her head is right here. You can kind of see some of her whiskers there. This was so much fun. This is all fill in with one color, and I thought I would save that for another day since I already hit my goal. I was actually pretty done working on this by then. Even though it was so fun, 2,000 stitches is a lot, and by that point I was pretty done. So this is on 25 count to, ooh, kind of looks like 28 count to me now. Let me see if I have a 25. Yes, this is 28 count 2/1 tent stitch with DMC. I can't remember when we started that. Doesn't really matter. We started it this year. And then I don't know, oh, I was doing some planning for 2024, and when I say planning, I went into detailed planning, and that is going to probably be thrown out the window in week 1, but my goodness, I had so much fun. Like, if you've been talking to me while I've been working through that, you know. But anyways, I was trialing a day to see if my stats would even have enough time, like if I had enough time to stitch to get all my goals. I set these crazy high things to achieve, and that's probably why I fail half of my goals, because I just flatline after 3 or 4 days. But anyways, this is Mini Blue-Eyed Tiger by Colin Bogle on Artisy, and I'm doing this with a girl on Instagram, Irene from Stitches in the Tropics. I put 51 stitches in since you last saw it, so basically just over here I just did some of those. But I had an end goal where if I put 50 stitches in it every day, I would be done by September next year. So we'll see. That has a lot of potential for a finish. I do want a 2024 finish. I just don't know when it will be. So that's that. That's on 18 count 2/1 full cross. One of my only full cross projects. I do enjoy full cross, but yeah, it's slower, a lot slower. So that put me at 50.17%. So that 0.17, that's what I did with 50 stitches. The next project I have is God Shed His Grace. This is by Abraham Hunter from Artisy. It's the medium pattern. I'm doing this with a bunch of lovely ladies. I'm gonna see if I can remember several of them. We've got, this was my new start for this year. This was started with Angie from Angie Slowly Crafts, Nikki from Nikki Stitchy, sorry, and Rachel from Rachel Q Stitches, Amanda from Amanda in Stitches. I feel like there's one more, but anyways, this is where I am. I don't know if it's really cloudy out today. I think it's messing with my lighting. That's better. So I worked in here, just filled in a bunch of the clouds there, and then I did some of the real light colors. I've kind of stalled out a little bit because it's so light. It's not quite as fun as it was with these gloom and doom, threatening, ominous clouds. But what my goal is to, I think, get these pages done kind of like loosely. I'm not really going page by page, but I kind of want to fill this area in. And then from there, we'll see if I want to go down or over. But right now, I'm just having fun going all over the place. This is 25 count 2/1 10 stitch. And I put in 428 stitches, which got me to 8.86% complete. I'm not giving total stitch counts. I feel like they're not that important. Like, you know they're big. When you see them, you'll see that they're really big. Maybe whip parades I'll give the full numbers, but so far this is what I like tracking, is what I've gotten done. You let me know if you missed those big numbers, because I can still put them in next time. So the next one, I'm actually actively working on this right now. I'm in the middle of Wheel of Stitches goal for this. This is Angie's pick, which is A Church for All Seasons from Charting Creations by Nikki Bohm. I say it different every time because I'm not sure. But anyways, I need to take this out of the hoop because I got all the way across the fall. So what I'm doing is in each season, I'm stitching a season of the church. So since I started this for Angie's birthday in March, I started in the spring, which was perfect because that's the first church. And then in the summer, I started at the bottom and worked some of the summer stitching, but I didn't get all the way over there. So when she called for this goal, I was so excited because I was like, 6 days will get me to where I can finish summer and get all of fall. And sure enough, I am 3 days in. I have 3 days left, And now I can start filling in some of the fall stitching, because you can see I got very thin here just so I can make my way across to make sure I could get there. So here's spring, and then here is probably around where summer starts, and then here is, it's kind of awkward. When you see the cover photo, you'll see how awkward the seasons are split, but right around here is where fall starts. That doesn't really make sense. It must be here. It seems like it's fall, but this right here would be the fall. And then I made it all the way to the winter section. Sorry, this fabric is awkward. So I made it to the winter, and this is the end. So when in the end of December, I want to start in on getting the winter stitches in, but the next 3 days I will be working on getting more colors filled in here on this bottom row. It's kind of like a half block. It's like 5 rows there. So there we are. This, I believe, is 28 count. I'm doing 2 over 1 10 stitch. And this one's really fun, but it's a little overwhelming because I've never stitched anything this way before, and I probably will never stitch this way again. But I do enjoy it, and I plan on sticking with it this way. So I will be working on this more this week. Hopefully I'll get that goal done. And so I can work on other things. The next project is Farm Stand, and I actually can't remember if I got this much done in my last video or if I got more. I think I got more done, but I hit a goal. This was a Wheel of Stitches goal for October. I was supposed to get a lot done on this. I can't even remember, but I got the whole top royal rows done. So it's the top 2 10 block, 100 blocks, I guess you could say, 10 by 10 block of stitching. This is a 20. I told you I thought I was organized. I don't have my fabric counts figured out. I think this is 25. But anyways, 25 potato Lugana, and I'm using AMO threads, which are all cotton, 100% cotton thread, and they act like DMC. They are a little bit, I don't even know how to describe this except crunchy. They're a little bit crunchier, like how CXC is fluffier and softer. This thread goes a little bit on the side of being a little crunchier than DMC, but they're still soft. Like, don't get me wrong, they're still soft, but they spin a little more. So that was, oh, I didn't tell you the numbers for churches. See, I'm not giving you any numbers now. For churches, I put in 1,286 stitches since you last saw it, which was probably my whip parade. So I'm at 2.26% complete on that. Farm Stand, I got 1,202 stitches. So maybe my goal was 1,200 because that's pretty exact. I'm at 0.40%. Words! I started this with Leanne from Small Town Stitches on Hobbit Day, November 22nd. We thought it was first day of fall, but worked out better. It was Hobbit Day. So we're happy. This was Haid by Donna Gelsinger. Regular colors, regular size. So that's all you need to know about that. Okay, next one is the Nativity piece that I started with Small Town Stitches, Leanne, and Rainy from Rainy Day Reads. There are so many people that are stitching this right now, but we just all happen to have had the pattern up and ready to go, so we wanted to start it together, so we did. And I didn't do too much on this since I last showed it. I put 136 stitches in it. 1.41% complete. I worked in here. This looks like it's 25 count as well. You know what? Just assume that whatever I'm stitching with is 25 or 28. They're so similar, it's hard for me. That is Let Us Adore Him. It's the one, you're gonna see the picture, but it has the wise men in the background, and then the Holy Family, and the stable, and I think there might be a shepherd too. Okay, next one is Simple Pleasures. This is from Pain Free Crafts. I was doing this Extreme Cross Country by color, and I was just getting burnt out on the brown, which is kind of funny because I switched to a different brown, but it was different, so I got happy from that, I guess. I don't know. But this is by artwork by Chris Dunn. I started this with Claire.Woodland on Instagram. And here we are. So you might be able to pick out some of what should be going in here, but what I did was fill in down here with a couple different browns. Right there. So I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. I wanna see more picture come out on this one. Since I don't work on it all that often, I really would like to see more from my efforts, since it's not much effort. That's 25 count 2/1. I'm pretty sure I remember that one. I started that last year. I put in 209 stitches and got to 5.62%. The next one is my Cinderella piece, which is Disney Dreams collection kit by Thomas Kincaid. It is out of print right now, but you can still get them. You will just be paying a price, a pretty hefty price, unless you find a really good deal where people don't know what they have. I'm using this for the hashtag Oldest Whip Wednesdays, and I don't always work on it on a Wednesday, and I don't always work on it every week, but here it is. Ta-da! Yes, I have masking tape. This was started in 2017, so it was the best I could do. And actually, I just recently put masking tape on a piece because I did not want to stitch the edges. So I was like, tape works for me. I'll just cut it off when I'm done. So I just did either 1 or 200 since you last saw it, possibly 3, but I'm pretty sure I just did these. And this right here is the edge of little birdies in the tree. So I believe this is 18 count. I'm doing 2/1 full cross, and hopefully I can work on that this week because I didn't get to it last week. It's been fun. If you want progress on your oldest whip, like you feel like it's getting forgotten in the mix, go ahead and hop on that hashtag. It's fun. It's a fun reminder. The next one I actually only pulled out for a day because it was Veterans Day. And this is my Patriotic piece. It's called One Nation, and it's by Twin Peak Primitives. And I remembered not remembering in my last video what this is called, and I never looked it up, so I don't know. Still don't know. But it's, I think it's a 32 count. 28 count. It's 28 count. But it's 1/1 full cross. Yeah, full cross. And I just did this right here. It's probably 100 stitches or so. But yeah. There. Try to get the light. There we go. So it's a slow project, but I actually started that one just with the intention of stitching on patriotic days. So like even the most minor ones, I'm like, okay, let's bring out One Nation. So that's basically the primary purpose for that. And then one day when it is done, it'll be really, really fun to have the history timeline that I only worked on it on these days where it has something to do with the country. So then we're up to a new start. This one has been kitted, planned, and prepped for months. I don't remember. Angie, we found this in the summer, right? Like, was it early summer? Sometime in there. And we both immediately bought the pattern when we found it. We were pretty quick in kitting up the fabric and then just said, you know what, we're not really feeling a new start. Let's wait until we do. And that ended up being the middle of November. So here it is. It's a hummingbird. I have no idea which way is up. Whoops. I think this way's up. But you know what? It really isn't going to matter. This is on a, I kept the sticker. This is on 28 count Glacier Lugana from 123 Stitch. And it's called Hummingbird 15. That's, ooh, that right there, that's the color. That is the color of this fabric. I could never get my pictures to take that color. Woo-woo! Isn't it pretty? It really does remind me of that glacier ice. Like that cool blue ice. Oh, so cool. So hopefully when I get more of the bird, let me fold this better. When I get more of the bird in, I'm hoping that the colors don't blend in so much because there's purple and pinks in there. But right now you can't see this, which is okay as long as the other colors can bring it all together. So that's that. We started that on November 9th, just randomly. I put 301 stitches in, which got me to 0.75%. I have a goal of getting that to 1% by the end of the year. A few of them are outrageous. Not happening, but exciting to have made the goal. There are a couple that I do plan on hitting though, and that way it'll set me up for next year. The last piece I want to share is my temperature tree, which is designed by Stitchin' Mommy Sarah from YouTube, Instagram, and Etsy, because this is her Etsy store. And this is where I am. I want to be caught up on this and finish by the end of the year because I don't want this to carry over. It's obviously I fell behind. So this month I finished the January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, I finished the June branch, which was only had a few leaves in there. And then I'm almost done with the July. No, I am done with July. And then the plan is to stitch on this for like a daily 30 or a daily 100 to get caught up so that hopefully in December I won't have that much left to do and I can kind of just fit it in as I can. But it's just so pretty. Like when you see it all together and you see the slow change in the seasons is exciting. I doubt I will do another one unless I give myself a couple years break. Oh, by the way, this is 18 count 2/1 full cross. Because it takes a lot of tracking for making sure the days and the temperatures and the floss colors all go together. You kind of need to stay up on that. So what I've been doing is just in my planner on the monthly spread, I will write the temperature of that day, and you can go online and you can get like the backlog of it. So like once a week or so, or you know, lately it's been once a month, I will fill in all the temperatures for that day. And then later I will put the floss number that coordinates with, so that when I go to stitch on it, I can then just go from pattern to my planner and stitch on the tree. That's been working. So okay, those are all my whips. I have a few shout outs because I was feeling bad that every time I do a video, I say, oh, I want to shout people out, but I can't remember their names. Well, I wrote down a few. I've got 5 people. So get your notebook out, your laptop, your phone, and just write these down and quickly go search for them if you don't follow them already. So number 1 is Vera's Stitching Corner. She does Stitch With Me's, and she just started doing lives. So that's exciting because like there's something about knowing that they're stitching with you and talking, and you can kind of chat with them too. So I love lives. If you do a live, you know I love lives because I've usually jumped in your chat. And she does full coverage. She does some smalls. She's super fun. And then a smaller one, Books and Stitches. I think her name's Yannicka. She will do the first half of her videos will be her stitching update, and then at the end she'll share books. But I think lately she's been splitting them, so she'll have a book video and a Flosstube. But she's been fun to watch. She has this huge Disney piece that's just extremely fun to see. She makes great progress on that. Sorry, I was fighting something off this week, and I think it's just in my throat still. But Fun with Cross Stitch. She does fun full coverages. I love her calm voice. For some reason, I love stitching along with someone who just speaks softly, and like, I know I'm not that person, so hopefully that doesn't bother you, because if you need a laugh, you need to watch me, but if that annoys you, please don't watch me. So then the next one is a Dutch Stitcher. She just started Flosstube a few months ago, and she has years and years of experience of stitching, and I think she might be in the field with her profession for work. So that it's just super fun to get her background from that. So go follow her. And then the last one I might have mentioned in the past, but it's been long enough. I love Gemma Stitches. She does a lot of Stitch With Me uploads, and they're like an hour 20 minutes long, and she actually chats during the Stitch With Me. I don't know how you don't make mistakes, because you're so good at chatting, like just like I'm there with you on the couch and just stitching with you. And I was like, it's sometimes all that I can handle. Like sometimes I have a sensory overload, and putting on one of Gemma's videos sets me back. Like I have enough noise that I'm not like thinking about a bunch of different things, but then it's not an overwhelming amount of information, and you really are just hanging out with her. So if you want Stitch With Me's, go watch her. She does stick to 3 projects, but they're huge and they're incredible, they're beautiful, they're full coverage. I crave full coverage, so I tend to gravitate towards them, but I do watch non-full coverage Flosstubers. I might share them in the future next time. But so that's it. Those are all my shout outs for this time. Life, I think I already shared. Thanksgiving is coming. I've been selected. I've been requested to make pies, so I'm gonna be making apple pie and pumpkin pie. I gotta get a couple ingredients for that. Hopefully they're not sold out, because this just happened today. There's my kitty, Winnie. Hi, Winnie. Hi, kitty, kitty. And the dog's jealous. He's over here too. And then that Saturday, so I'm all over the place. So on Thanksgiving, we will be with Ken's family. And then, because my mom and sister, my dad will be working, my mom and sister will be going to my other sister who can't come home. And then my brother and sister-in-law will be going to my sister-in-law's family. So it just seems like it's the time for us to go to Ken's side. So then on Saturday, me and my family will be going to a tree farm because every year we all like to go together and cut down our own Christmas trees. So I'm so excited for that. That's like highlight Hallmark moment, you know? What else? Super busy. These last 2 weekends, I haven't had a breath, like where I can just relax or go do something fun or meet with people. We've been renovating the kitchen, and we had kind of a sad thing happen. My mom and dad and my two sisters were, they had a locked in vacation scheduled, and I was supposed to watch their dog. Well, they came to the decision that it would be unkind to have the dog still, so we had to put her down. She had a lot of complications and health issues and stuff, so it was time. She was old. But it was sad because they were running out of time. There was a little bit of a minor family crisis, and they were running out of time, so me and my husband offered to bring her in for them. So we had to do that, and it all went okay, but I felt really bad for my mom because she was feeling bad for us that we had to do it. But again, you know, when it's family, you want to do stuff for them. So I felt like I was doing my part in trying to help alleviate some stress. So that all happened. And then the upside is our little renovation. We've been living in this house for 13 years, and I never, a little bit of backstory. We bought this house as a HUD home, so it was bank owned, and it was gutted. We didn't have appliances, we didn't have doors, we didn't have floors. It was just the subfloor, the plywood, no carpet. So we had to do all of that and paint when we moved in, and the kitchen was disgusting. It was awful. Like, you know that brick, it was like fake brick wallpaper. It was like a 1/4 inch thick, but it was like the ugly color brick, like brown. That was the backsplash. Oh, I can't even remember it. Like, that was hard. It ripped the wall, it ripped the drywall off as I was taking it off. Anyways, we did that when we moved in, and I just slapped white paint on these mid-tone brown cabinets, and I've been living with that for the 13 years because everything else needed to take priority. So I just repainted them. They're still white, but they look better. I put a better finish of paint on them, and I will insert a picture so you know what I'm talking about. And then we got a new sink, new faucet, new countertops. They're just the countertops that are in stock at Home Depot, but they're beautiful. So we installed those ourselves, and that took the entire 2 days of the weekend. Every waking moment we were there getting this stuff cut and installed, and it was a lot for my husband. Like, props to him that he knows how to do this, because I was just there for moral support and helping when I could. So we got that done, but now whenever I go in my kitchen, I'm like, whoa, it's so different. It's beautiful. So it's not complete yet. We still want to put Subway black backsplash on the back, on the wall. And then after that, it will be done. So yay! But hopefully by the end of the year, that will all be done, because we've stretched this project out literally since spring, because it's a huge project, and I have tons of cabinets. Like, I'm not complaining, I need all that cabinet space, but that was a lot of painting. So yeah, that's my life update, good and the bad. I want to show my knitting because I had requests that they weren't happy. I mentioned it but never showed it. Makes sense. This is the vanilla sock pattern from the Crazy Sock Lady. She's on YouTube and has a shop on Etsy. But here we are. I have Croy sock yarn in gray. And, sorry, the ball of yarn rolled out. These are size 1, US 1 needles. So I guess it goes this way. I got the heel done. I'm so proud. I've never done this before in my life, and I was like, what in the world just happened? Shocked myself. So there they are. It is. It's only one right now. I'm hoping to finish both of them by Christmas. I want to give them to my husband, even though he knows about them already. It would be fun to still have them under the tree for him. So that's that. I have a couple things of haul, which, you know, I probably have more, but this is just what I've gotten recently and thought I would share. I might have shared this last time. I think I might have. It's a lavender and lace, the Celtic Christmas. It says Noel here. This one was just super pretty, always calling out to me, and it was, I guess I just flashed part of the pattern, but it was a good deal, and so I got this online. This was not as good of a deal, but considering it was the only one available that I could find online right now, I had to snatch it up. So this is Little Women by Michael Jolly Designs. I don't know if it's, yeah, I guess so. So I want to start this next year, and actually Situation Normal, she's on Flosstube, she's doing this, and she had a couple patterns she was giving away, but when I saw this one I was like, ooh, I'll just go ahead and pick that up for me. Love that for me. Let me know if you know of like a fabric color that you think would look really good on with them. I'm trying to get the glare off because the colors are going. I was thinking maybe a pale green, because if I do like a yellow, her dress might blend in, and any other colors might clash with the red or the purple. So I don't know, let me know. I could just go beige too, but I guess a baby blue would work too. Baby pink, something light. But if you have like exact ones that just came to mind, let me know. Then this one actually just came yesterday, and this was kind of a reward to me because I've been helping more in the shop for my husband. He does auto body repair, and I just felt like God was telling me to be more of a helpmate for him. So in the mornings I work in the shop every day, and for successfully doing that for a week, I got myself this kit. It went on sale on Amazon, so I got it 40% off. I think it was only $20. And actually, if you are just seeing this as I upload, it could still be on sale and you could get one. But yeah, it's usually $40. And I have the Treasured Time, which would be like a companion piece to this. So this one's called Holiday Village. It's from Dimensions Gold Collection. And I love it. Look how pretty. Like the tree and the sky and the church and the bridge. I just love it. I've had this one on my wish list for years, so I'm definitely excited and not regretful of buying that. So I think that is everything. Ooh, one more thing. I didn't bring it over. Be right back. So I was talking to a couple friends about how several people are doing Flossmas, and I'm excited for that, but I will not be participating. I can't even get my brain around uploading every day or every other day. That's that's a lot, but I want you guys to so I can watch you. But anyways, I was talking about how the only advent calendar I've ever done in my life are the ones with the doors that you just put on the fridge. So there's like nothing exciting to open, but there's like a fun picture to see, and it like tells a story. Usually it's the Nativity story. And that was just, it sounded so pathetic. Like, I'm how old and I haven't done an advent calendar, like a fun one. So I picked up a tea advent calendar from the World Market. So this is English Tea Shop. It's organic, and it's 25 loose leaf tea pyramid bags. And it's so cute. So it's gonna have a few repeats, but it's gonna have tropical lemongrass, which is lemongrass, peppermint, hibiscus, rose hip, chamomile, and apple. And then Happy Holiday, which is green tea with cinnamon, pomegranate, ginger, cardamom, cloves, nutmeg, and pepper. Interesting. And then Post-Party Refresh, which is green tea with cinnamon, garcinia, and acai berry. And then Chai Charge. This is the one I was excited for. It's rooibos. How do you say that? I know it's not how it's spelled. Whatever. You know what I mean. With cinnamon, cloves, turmeric, cardamom, garlic, and blue cornflower. That one sounds good. But there's like 2 other types of boxes, so I'm sure they are all delicious, but I'm so excited. So every day I'm gonna be able to get a cup of tea that I am not aware of what flavor it will be. So that's exciting. I think that's it for me. Again, have a happy Thanksgiving, and hopefully I will be able to put a video up before Christmas, but if not, Merry Christmas. And oh, I definitely want to do one because I want one with my tree behind me because I love seeing that in other videos. So it's a done deal. I'm going to be uploading before Christmas. You heard it here first. So you have a great day and stitch like the wind.